Hi, good morning. Okay, now let's start. Okay, today's section 13 class. The last times we did the Moore theorem. Okay, so if we have a polar expression, polar form, there are a lot of what things okay can be obtained very quickly, right? Today we're gonna start this one. Okay, so we're gonna find the nth root of complex number. Okay, so when you have a complex number, the complex number means what? It can be real or together or only imaginary, pure imaginary. Okay, so one is a complex number also because one is still only one real, isn't it? Okay, so we're gonna extend this one. The root is what to the what? Imaginary. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, when you have the number of here, okay, so we have already a polar expression. Okay, we already have a polar. So we're gonna find out some nth root. Nth root means what? If we have a root over here, okay, root, when you take away, I'm gonna use some other letter, okay? I'm gonna use some nth root. Okay, this is nth root. We're gonna find 1 over n. So this is take 1 over n. All right. So this magnitude is what? R over 1 over n. That is what? Nth root r, isn't it? N squared r. But this is n 1 over n by the Moore theorem. This one going into inside. Okay, going into inside. So it's gonna be what? 0 over n, isn't it? But to find the other root, okay, to find the other root, we express this angle in general form. Okay, 0 plus 2 pi k is what? Coterminal angle, okay? General terms. Okay, so we add one already 2 pi k. 2 pi k is 360 times k. Same thing. It's okay. That is a coterminal angle. When you have right standard angle is over here, 0. This 0 or coterminal is 0 plus 2 pi, isn't it? Or 0 plus 4 pi. Okay, or this is 360, this is 720. Okay, they are all right coterminal angles. Okay, so after that we can divide by this number. Okay, this number there will be 6, isn't it? Okay, that's the way we can find the nth root. Now take a look here. Find all 6 root of 1. All 6 root of 1. 6 root of 1 is what? The root is g. How many g we don't know. But when you make 6 terms, that equals 1. That's the meaning, right? That indicates what? G to the 6th power will be 1 because g has what? 6 root. There will be 6 root over here, okay? When you root over here, when you make a 6 exponent, already 1. 2, still 1. 3, still 1. 4, still 1. 5, still 1. 6, still 1. That we have right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 root. Okay, we're gonna find all 6 root. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, what is the step 1? The step 1 is always we need polar form. Okay, polar form, because we gotta use the Moore theorem. What is 1 is the polar form? Okay, 1 is what? 1 square plus 0 square, right? That is 1. 1 is over here actually. This is 1. What is the polar form? We already know that. Okay, polar form is what is it? Magnitude is 1, angle is 0. Okay, so polar form looks like this: cosine 0 plus I sine 0. That's it. Okay, that's the numbers. This is the number. That is equals g to the 6, isn't it? G to the 6. But the idea is what we need to express this angle in general form. Okay, so how can you general plus 2 pi k and plus 2 pi k, right? All right, that's the step 2. So one magnitude is 1. Inside general angle is 1. Cosine 0 plus 2 pi k and I sine 0 plus 2 pi k. That's it. Can you do that? Now we're going to find one or g. This is the nth root. There will be 6 because this is the power is 6 means what? There will be 6 nth root, right? Okay. Now how can you find this one? Just like this way. Okay. Take a look over here. To find nth root times what is there? You're going to find this root, okay? So you're going to times 1 over 6 from here times 1 over 6. That's very simple, okay? It's very simple. Don't be afraid. This is nothing, okay? This is nothing. All right, this is nothing. Okay, now what's the next? 1 over 6, still 1. We know that, right? Or you can use the 6 root 1, still 1, isn't it? That's why this is still 1. But inside, 1 over 6 going into what? Inside the angle, isn't it? That is the Morse rule, right? Okay. So 1 over 6 over here, right? Angle it looks like this way. 0 plus 2 pi k over 6. I sine 0 plus 2 pi k over 6. Up to range, okay? 1 6 is what? This one times 1 over 6. This one times 1 over 6. That's it. So 6 going to denominator. Right? So how many steps we did? 3. Okay. Now find out each root. The first one is what? 0. You can use 0. 0 is the first one. Okay. 0 means what? When n equals 0, that means, okay? When n equals 0, but original angle, right? 0, isn't it? So 1 cosine 0 plus I sine 0. That is what 0 stops. When n is 0, okay? Because we start with initial angle, isn't it? Initial angle is what? K equals 0, okay? I use the k over here. This means when k equals 0, okay, we'll have what? The first root, what is that? 1, isn't it? You can say 1 to the 6th power, still 1. Yeah, 1 is the root of, okay, 6th root of 1, that's it, okay? What about next one? Next one is when k is 1, now increased by 1, right? When k is 1, 0 plus 2 pi, okay? And 0 plus 2 pi, so what is it? 2 pi over 6, isn't it? That's the first one. 2 pi over 6, okay? What is the value of cosine 2 pi over 6? Actually, cosine pi over 3, right? Cosine pi over 3 is 1/2. Cosine pi over 3 means what? Cosine 60. This is the same as cosine 60 degree plus I sine 60. We know that cosine 60 is what? Special angle, okay? That is 1/2. 1/2. Sine 60 is what? Red 3 over 2. That's I. That's just second root. That's the second root. When k equals 1 over here. So when you make this one, 1 over 2 plus red 3 over 2, I, and when you make it 6, it's going to be same number 1. This is what? Second 6th root, all right? Second 6th root. Now increase k equals now 2. When k equals now 2, that is 4 pi, right? Can you see that? 4 pi over 6 over I sine 4 pi over 6. Right, that is the next 6th root, okay? Okay. Cosine 4 pi over 6, what is that? Cosine 4 pi, so cosine 120, right? You know the cosine 120? Where is the cosine 120? Over here. That is the cosine 120. You don't have to memorize all of this number, okay? Just cosine 220. What is the value of this one? This reference angle is 60. You can assign the ratio. When you have 60, this will be 2, this is 1, and red, that is distance. But we need what? This coordinate. coordinate is what? Negative 1. So we put the negative 1. This is red 3 positive. That's it, okay? You assign to the numbers. So cosine 4 pi over 6, which is a cosine 120 equals negative 1 over 2, isn't it? That's why we got the negative 1 over 2. What is sine 120? Red 3 over 2, right? Red 3 over 2i. That is the third one. When you make this one, actually, when you make this one, red 3 over 2i to the 6 power, it's going to be same 1. This is all root. This is the root. This is the root. This is the root. We already got 3, right? Now we still have 3 more because what? This is the number of root. This is number of the root. There will be 6. We still got 3. Now let's keep going. When k to 3, k to 3, 6 pi, right? 6 pi over 6. I sine 6 pi over 6 pi over 6 is a cosine pi, right? I sine pi. Cosine pi is negative 1. I sine pi is what? Sine pi, sine 180, that is 0. So this is 1, right? Negative 1. Okay? Cosine pi is negative 1. Negative 1 to the what? 6 power, still 1. Negative 1 is what? The root of 1. It is 1 over the what? 6 root, right? Negative 1 is 1 of the 6 root. Keep going. K equals 4. K equals 4. When k equals 4, that is 8 pi, isn't it? 8 pi over 6, sine 8 pi over 6. 8 pi over 6 is actually what? 4 pi over 3, right? What is that? 240 degrees, isn't it? Because pi is 180 degree, right? 180 over 3 is 60 times 4 is 240 degree. Where is the angle? Over here. 180 from here, 60 more, right? This is 240 degree. Still, reference angle is like 60 degrees, isn't it? We assign this is a 2, or this is still negative 1. This is a red 3, but below this y coordinate should be negative, so we can take a negative. Okay, so using this triangle, so we can find what? Cosine 4 pi over 3. How much cosine 4 pi over? Still negative 1/2, right? Still negative 1/2. Sine also a negative number, okay? Sine 240 is how much? Negative red 3 over 2, isn't it? Negative red 3 over 2, that is the value of what? Sine pi 4 pi over 3. This is the first root. When you make this to 6, it's going to be 1, 2. Now we got the 5, okay? Not 4, because we start 0. 0 is what? Just the standard angle. The first what? Terminal angle. Okay? K1 means one revolution, one, the next one, okay? K2, the next one, okay? Don't be confused. The last one is k equals 5, isn't it? When k equals 5, this is 5 over here. That is 10k over 6. That is what? 5 pi over 3. Okay? The other was the same angles. Are you guys with me? Okay. Don't worry, okay? We have a lot of practice. Okay? After practice, we'll catch up. Okay? You can figure out. This is the first one. Cosine pi over 3 is cosine 300 degree, okay? 5 pi is 180, okay? 180 times 5 or 180 divided by 3 is 60 times 5, 300 degree, okay? We have 300 degree. Okay, that's 300 degree. What is the value of this one? You can assign the reference angle is 60. You can assign distance. This is the distance is 2, distance is 1, the other distance is red 3, isn't it? But this coordinate, x is positive, y coordinate negative. So we take a negative over here. That's it. Okay, so what is the value of cosine 300? 1 over 2, isn't it? That's why 1 over 2. What is the value of sine 300? Opposite, negative red 3 over 2, okay? Negative red 3 over 2i, okay? That's just the last one. If k is 6, what happens? If k is 6, what happens? K is 6. K is 6. 6 is out, 2 pi, 0. Original, we have the same number over here, okay? We have same numbers. The idea is what, how to get this angle. You don't have to write substitute every time because we know that there are 6 angles. The initial angle is what is 0, isn't it? Initial angle is 0. I'm going to use, okay. What is the next angle? We can find, I'm going to use this one. Initial is 0. We start over here. Take the first one, root over here. There's just 6. Always what? Between these two roots, between each root is what? Same angle. There is 6. So 360, there are 6. So each angle is how much degree? 360 divided by 6 is what? There is 60 degree between the root. 60 degree over here. The second root over here, 60. Another 60 is 120. That's the third root. This is the first root over here. There is the second root over here. Third root is 120. Fourth root, another 60, 180, right? Another 60 is 180 over here. Fourth root, this is 180. Another 60 is 240 over here. 240. Another 60 is 300 over here. That's it. Okay, so actually the angle is what? 0, 60, 120, 180, 240, 300 what forms arithmetic, right? Okay, so you don't have to plug any numbers. Just find out what is the next number, what is the next angle, what is the next angle. Just put these angles into the equation. It is okay? Okay, now over here. Now this is complex number. Find all cube root. So we're gonna root it again. This is root. When you make a cube, this is equals to what? Negative 2 plus 2i. We're gonna find all the root over here, okay? Square root is 1 means what is it? X squared is 1, isn't it? What this is root, okay? When you make a square, that is 1. Okay, same thing. Okay, now we're gonna find the g. There will be 3 root g, right? We have 3 value of g. So to use the Morse rules, we need to express this one is what is that? Polar form, isn't it? Polar expression. Without polar, we cannot use the Morse theorem. That's right? Always we need a polar form. What is magnitude? That's the formula, isn't it? Negative 2 square and 2 square. Red A is the value of R. Okay. Red 8. This polar point, red 8. What is the angle? How can you find the angle? How can you find the angle? If you use this formula, it's okay. If you understand this one, just find out the angle. Okay, where is the angle? I'm going to find this. Where is the space? Where is the space? I'm going to space over here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to space over here. Okay. Negative 2 and plus 2y. Negative 2 is the left hand side. That is the negative 2. And the plus 2y is up here, 2i, isn't it? This is imaginary. This is real, right? So where is it? Terminal side? This is terminal side. We need this angle, right? So just find out distance, okay? Negative 2, wait, I'm going to do this, okay. But this distance is 2, isn't it? 2, this distance is 2. What is the R? R equals what? 2 red 2, right? Or you can use what? 2 square plus 2 square. It doesn't matter. Negative 2 square, same thing. Okay? So R is this one. But we need this angle set over here, isn't it? This is 2, red 3. This is 45 degrees. That is pi over 4. That is the reference angle over here. That is the reference angle, not terminal angle. We need terminal angle. That's right. Terminal angle, how much? Pi minus pi over 4 is what? 3 pi over 4. That is terminal. We need this angle. But we need this angle in general form, right? General form, what is that? Oh, at this time so we use, okay, just what? Degree, okay? Just before we use radian angles, at these questions, we use, okay, degree angle. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm going to use degree now. Okay, degree is pi over 4 is 45 degree. We know that. This is 45 degree. Terminal angle is 135 degree, okay? I'm going to use this. This is the first angle. This is the first angle, okay? We start from this angle. Can you see that over here? You can use this formula too, because of a third, the angle is of a third and fourth, always you have to add, that's it. Okay, so 2 over negative 2, that's the right formula. If you memorize this one, it's okay too, but you don't have to memorize, okay? You can figure out what the circle over here, right? Okay, we know that the first thing angle is 135. This is the initial angle we set. This is starting angle. This is our starting angle. Starting. So the next angle is what? Post terminal around the 1 revolution, right? So we have to add what? 360 degrees, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. This is general angle. We just express right in general angles. Can you see that? When you make a cube, this one is the square root 8, that is the magnitude, and inside the cosine starting angle 145 in general form is we had what 360k. That's all. This is what we said what standard form. This is primary equation. Primary equation is what everything start right from this equation. Okay, we need some work, right, to get to a prime equation, isn't it? Right? All right, now we know that where is the 135? I'm not going to use this angle, k equals 1, k equals 2, k equals 3, right? I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the formula there, what? 3 root. Our starting root is about 135. 3 root is, they're going to write 360 divided by 3. It's okay. So each root, they have right 120 difference. 120 difference. Okay? Okay, take a look. When you have g over 3, now we're going to find, okay, gk, right? Gk is what is that? Times 1/3, isn't it? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Okay? So, red 8, 1/3, how much? This red 8 is actually 8 to the 1/2, isn't it? 8 to the 1/2 times 1/3 is there. 8 to the 1/6. This is fine. 8 to the 1/6. But the first one is what is that? 8 to the 1/6, this one. Times our starting number, first one is what? 1/3 over here, right? 3, 3. We have to move over here, okay? What is our first starting number? When you divide by 3. K equals 45 degrees. And if that is our starting angles, okay? That is our starting angles. Okay? But when you have right nth root, this is the original starting, but when you divide by 1/3 is right. Actual now nth root starting number is 45 degrees. Okay, we start 45 or this is 45. The next one will be what? 120 away. How much? 165, isn't it? 165. Now 120 again, 25 over here. They have differences of 120, 120, also 120. Okay, can you see that? 45 plus 120, 165, 165, 120, 25. Okay, you don't have to calculate all over this way, okay? Just when you find over here, just starting angle is a cosine 45, cosine 165, cosine 25. That's it. The next is 120 again. What is that? 305, 405 equals what? Minus 30, 60, 45, right? This is the same angle. Coterminal, right? That's why we stop over here, okay? Right. Now remember over here, the angles of root are symmetric, okay? We know that. Already what? When you divide up, if we have a 3 root, all right, so the angles between the root is always 120 degrees, okay? Now we're gonna have some practice, okay? Take a look over here. The easier one, okay, there's no easier one. Okay, I'm gonna use it over here. Now I have this one. Third root, okay? We have a third root can be expressed this one. This is third root. That means when you make a right cube, that is equals to I. Okay, with GK. So we're gonna find what? First one, second one. First one you use 0, right? First one, second one, third one. That's it. We have 3 root. Okay? So we're gonna find out this one. But when the polar form, step 1, follow the step. Step 1 is what? We need polar form. This is very important, okay? When you go to college, okay, usually college, they don't teach this one. They assume that you learn this one, okay? What is the polar form of I? You can use this, where is I? I is over here. Magnitude is 1. What is the angle? 90 degrees, or you can use pi over 2. You can use any angle. If you want to use degree, degree is what? Easier to radian. You can use degree, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use degree at this time. Next time is what? Radian, okay? So this I can be accepted. What is I equals what? Magnitude is 1. We know that, right? The distance is 1, isn't it? 1 cosine 90 plus I sine 90. That's polar form. Okay, that's the polar form. Now we're going to express this polar form in the angle should be what? General form, general angle, right? What is general angle? More general. General. What is it? I'm going to write down this one. GK3 now equals 1 times cosine 90 plus 360K. That is general form, right? Which is what? Coterminal angle. One more, 2 more, until we get the Y answer, okay? That is general angle. I sine 90 plus 360K. That is another general, same angle. But we're gonna find what? The root of here. Times 1/3, isn't it? Times 1/3. Oh, I'm gonna do this. All together is 1/3. Okay, that's to find the root. Okay, so finally we can set up the root. G over K. That's right. Third root, isn't it? Cubic root of 1. Not 1. That is cubic root of I. Imaginary I. Cubic root can be obtained what? This is 1/3, okay? Here, 1 to the 1/3 still 1. Don't care about this one. 1/3 is by the Morse theorem. Put into by inside of it, divided by 3 over here. 90 plus 360K over 3 plus I sine 90. That is not 9. 90 plus 360K over 3. That's it. It's very simple. We're going to use this arithmetic sequence. Okay, where is the starting number over what? G root. starting number, where is it? K equals 0. K equals 0. It can give us what starting number. What is the starting number? The cosine. K equals 0. 90 over 3 is what? 30 degree plus I sine 30 degree. Then just starting number. The first one, G equals 0. The first root is what? Cosine 30 plus I sine 30. I'm going to use what? Magnitude is 1. It doesn't matter. 1 is 1, right? What is the value of cosine 30? What is the value of cosine 30? Do you remember? You can use it right over here. Cosine 30 is over here. 2, 1, right? They are all positive, right? So 1 over 2. No? Red 3 over 2. That is your cosine 30, okay? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So I sine 30. So I times sine 30 is how much? 1 over 2. So it will be 1 over 2i. That's the first root. This is starting angle. This is our starting angle of this root, okay? This is our starting angle. Now let's find the next angle. We have right. Or is what? 3 root there. 120 over 3 is what? What are we doing? It never happened. 360, right? Over 3 is what? 120 between what? The root. Okay? 120, 120. So we're starting angle at 30 degrees. The next angle is how much? The next one root is how much? Cosine. 1, I'm not going to use 1. Okay? 1 is 1. Okay? Cosine 30 plus 120 down to 150. I sine 30 plus 1 is still 150. That's why second root. Okay, where is the 150? Yeah. Reference angle 30, right? That's the one terminal angle, the 150. This 30, this is 60, that is what? 2, 1. This is red 3, but this is left hand side, x coordinate will be negative number, okay? Using this one, you can find the value of this each cosine and sine. Cosine 150 is what? Negative red 3 over 2. Sine 150 positive 1 over 2. Yeah, that's the second one. Where's the next one? 150, another 120, 270, right? This is 270. Cosine 270. I sine 270. That's it. Cosine 270, how much? This is over here, right? Over here. This is one angle, one root. This is second root, third root over here. Can you see that exactly what? Symmetry, right? Here, here, here. Okay. That's the root. So cosine 270, how much is the cosine 270? 0, right? Cosine 270, cosine 90, cosine 270, both 0. Sine 270 is how much? Negative 1. Sine 90 is 1, sine 270 is negative 1, okay? So this will be negative I. So which is just negative I. That's all. So we have all 3 roots, okay? The first one is what? Red 3 over 2 plus 1 over 2i. This is G0. Second one is G1. Negative red 3 over 2. No, it can be negative there. Cosine 3. Oh my God. I'm sorry, this is not negative, okay? Sorry, okay, this is not negative, okay? This is positive, okay? But this is negative, okay? 1 over 2i. Third one is negative I, okay? This is the root of 1. I'm sorry. This is the root. This the root of this was third root. We said was third root of what? I. Is it okay? We can say it this way. Are you guys with me? It's okay. Can you figure out? Okay, this is very important, okay? That's why I choose this one, okay, instead of vector. Vectors is also important, but we don't have enough time. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, vector is a lot of very interesting. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go back over here. Okay. So I'm gonna try over here. Oh, you can say find fourth root. There will be four root negative 6. So you can say fourth root, when you make a fourth power, it's gonna be equals 1 negative 16. That's the meaning. Okay. So from here, fourth root, we're gonna find what? G0, G1, G2, G3, 4. Then that G4 is what same thing. This is G4, right? But we need this one. I'm gonna find G0, G1, G2, G3. Okay, can you try this one? Everybody have some practice, okay? So I'll give you 5 minutes after that we work together, okay? So GK to the fourth power is negative 16. I'm gonna write down. GK to the fourth power equals negative 16. What is the fourth root? The first one, G0, G1, G2, G3. We're gonna find all these fourth root. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, so everybody try this one by yourself. You need to practice, okay? But later you never forget this one. Okay? Okay, everybody try this one, okay? I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, back to work. Okay, so I forgot to record this one. Okay, so from today, okay, the class will be recorded. Okay, so if you want to see again, I give you the link. Okay, so when I upload on YouTube. Okay, all right, now we're gonna have another one. Okay, take a look here. Just like this one, x cubed plus 1 equals 0. Okay. Oh, this one, we're gonna try this one, x to the 4 plus I equals 0, take a look. I'm gonna use this one with this space over here, okay? I'm gonna solve this one, x to the 4 plus 1 equals 0. This is easy one, you can find it, okay? You can factor. How can you factor? Maybe you can factor this way, x squared plus I, x squared minus I. What the next? What the next? X equal what is that? Plus or minus? I, something like that. Oh, I don't know. Okay. But in this case, we better use what? De Morgan's rule, isn't it? Okay, take a look over here, okay? We're gonna have another practice over here. That's the one over here. Just two. Okay, first we set up this one. X to the 4 equals negative 1, isn't it? That means what? They are fourth root, okay, of negative 1. Okay, so we're gonna find fourth root of x. I'm going to k. There will be what? X0, x1, x2, x3, right? There will be 4 root. Okay, we know that. Okay. Oh, to find this, we need to use what? The Morgan's theorem, isn't it? That's the easier way. We know that. Okay, we know that we have to use that. To use that, we need what? Basically, we need a polar expression. Our negative 1 polar expression. Okay, where is it? Where is the negative 1? This is negative 1. The distance is 1. Angle is pi. I'm going to do this times degree mode. Okay, 180 degrees. Okay, so now write down, okay, x to the k, this is 4th root, that is negative 1 over cosine 180 plus I sine 180. Okay, just change into what? General expression for the angle, right? That's it. Okay, x to the k to the 4th power equals what is that? I'm not going to use the 1, okay? So cosine 180 plus 360k, isn't it? Plus I sine 180 plus 360k. Now we need to find the starting angle, okay? How can you find the starting angle? To find root is what? Times 1/4. Times 1/4. 1 to the 1/4 still 1, right? Okay, so the root xk, okay? K equals what? 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all, okay? 1 to the 1/4 power is still 1. The next is what is that? 1/4 move on here, divided by 4, right? So cosine 180 plus 360k, 60k over 4, yeah? Plus I sine times 1/4 is divided by 4, right? Same thing. 180 plus 360k and over 4. Okay? Now we set up this, we just got to a primary equation. Okay? We need this one. This generate what? Or the root. This we said primary equation. If we don't have a primary equation, we cannot go next step, right? Okay, now we can go proceed. Okay, now let's proceed. X to 0, we can find the starting angle now. X to 0 is how much? Cosine 180. This is 0, right? 360 0, 180 over 4 plus I sine 180. But it's the same angle. You don't have to calculate it. It should be the same angle. What is that? Cosine 45 degree. I sine. I'm not going to use the degree, okay? If you know this one, okay? 45, okay, 45. Our starting angle, from here you can say our starting angle is 45. We start from this angle. But there are how many root? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 360 divided by 4 is what? There is what? 90 degree difference between the root. Okay? Okay, the first one you can find. Okay, what is the value of this one? The first one, now let's finish this one, continue. Cosine 45 is how much? Red 2 over 2, right? Plus I sine 45 still what? Red 2 over 2i. That's it. It's okay? That's the first one. This is, I'm going to write down. This is x0. What is x1? The next one is, what is that? 90 degree difference. 45 plus 90 is what? 135 degree plus I sine 135 degree. That's it. Cosine 135 degree is negative, right? So negative red 2 over 2. We know that sine 135 is a positive, right? So red 2 over 2i. That's the second one. Now third one. Another 90 degree over here, right? 135 and 90 is how much? 225, okay? So cosine 225 degree plus I sine 225. Cosine 225 is negative, right? So negative, I'm going to write find how much? Negative red 2 over 2 plus Sine 225 is a negative. Okay, still red 2 over 2, but still negative. Okay, that's right. Positive. This is negative. Negative red 2 over 2i. Not the last one. Last one is what? Another 90-degree difference. 315, right? So 225 plus 90 is 315 degrees, isn't it? I sine 315 degrees. So finally, we got this one. X3 is now how much is this one? Cosine 315 is positive, right? The red 2 over 2 is positive, but sine is negative. I red 2 over 2. Or I'm going to use same form, okay? I select. That's it. So how do you think? It is not hard. It's not hard. So we're gonna have some complex number. So what do you want?
Where did the numbers come from? Like can you go back down?
Okay.
Like I understand where you get 360 and those like circle like geometry numbers from. Where'd you get like?
So we
like,
need yeah. Which one? 360 over here?
No, more down.
Roll down. Where is it?
Like where do you get like cos 135 and sine 135?
Okay.
Like what'd you multiply or divide?
Can you say it again? I don't understand what you're asking.
So I understand where you got x0, x to the 0, right?
Yeah.
And then I understand that step, and then you go to x to first, but I don't know where you got cos 135 from.
135. Oh, the next angle. I got it. Because then you do a bit scale. This is just scale, right? Because we have a 4 root there, okay? Around the 360 degree. There are 4 root, but they are same difference. Okay, we start at 45 degree, okay?
Oh, so you added 45 again?
Yeah, 45 degree. You know that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 root. So they're gonna share the 360 by equally distance. That's why I use 360 divided by 4. That is the number of root, okay? That is the number of root. When you divide by 4, each number 90 degree. So this was over 145. We are another with 90 over here, okay? Another 90 over here, another 90 over here. So we have one root over here, the other root this one, third root this one, fourth root this one. So we have 4 roots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it okay? That's why we add what? 90 degree. 45
so all you did was
90.
add 90 each
That's
time?
Right. That's right.
Okay.
45 and 90 is 135. 135 and 90 is 225. 225 and 90 is 300 because their difference are always 90 degree, 90 degree, okay? That's another scale. That's a scale, okay? All right. Now we're going to have a little complex number. Now we're going to choose a complex number. Over here, 1 plus I. I'm going to choose this one. We have right x cubed, a small number, very small, okay? But there are 3 root, isn't it? Okay, x cubed 1 minus I. Now try this one. X cubed equals 1 minus I. This is a complex number. So we're going to find 3 root. Root is we can express x0, x1, x2, right? We can use the probability of k. It doesn't matter because there is the 3 root. Okay. So k is 1, k is 0, k is 1, k is 2. Over here you can say k is 0, k is 1, k is 2, 3 root. 1, 2, 3. That's all. Okay. Now we're gonna find the polar form, right? The more words, okay, they are allowed to use polar form, okay, to use his rule. 1 minus I polar form, where it you can use. You can construct this very quickly, okay? 1 is here over here. I negative I over here, right? So that's polar form. What is this? So 1, 1 is the root 2. Then that is R is the root 2. What is the angle? What is the angle? 1, 1, that is pi over 4, right? Okay, reference pi over 4. Terminal angle how much? coterminal got 7 pi over 4. You can use this one too. Yes, 1 is what? 45 degrees, isn't it? Isosceles, right? So actually positive standard angle will be 2 pi minus pi over 4 is what? 7 pi over 4, right? So this is polar part looks like this way. X to the what? Third equals, okay, red 2 cosine 7 pi over 4 plus I sine 7 pi over 4. Is it okay? But when you have this, just what quickly change into what general angle, isn't it? Actually, you don't need this one, right? If you know that general angle, so just write down over here. What is general angle? Cosine 7 pi plus 4 plus 2 pi k plus I sine 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi k. That's it. Okay, now we're gonna find the root. How can you find the root? Times 1/3, times 1/3, times 1/3. This is what? 2 to the what? 1/2 times 1/3 is actually 2 to the what? 6, right? Actually what? 6 root 2, isn't it? Now let's find the other one. The first one, when k goes 0, okay? So x to 0 is how much? X to 0 is how much? Can you see that? No, we cannot do that because what? This one should go into the inside divided by 3, okay? Okay, one more. Still x cubed 3 before that, okay? X3 goes, still this is what? 6 to the 1/2. I'm not gonna change it right now. This is still red too, but inside is a move over here, right? This is now 1/3. Move inside, what is that? Cosine 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi k over 3, okay? Plus I sine 7 pi over 4 plus 2 pi k over 3. That's it. Okay? Now let's find the starting angle, okay? When k equals 0. Okay, k equals 0 is how much? This is what? 2 to the 1/6. All right, we know that. And the k equals 0, what is that? 7 pi over 4 divided by 3 is a cosine 7 pi over 12, isn't it? Because this is 0, right? Okay, plus I sine 7 pi over 12. What is the 7 pi over 12? 1,505. Oh, that is not special angle, okay? Okay, doesn't matter. Not special angle. 105. Okay, we can, if that is not special angle, we have to use a calculator. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, we have to use a calculator. Anyway, before you use a calculator, we're gonna find all other root. Okay, we have 3. So k1 is now how much? 2 to the 1/6 cosine 3 root 2 pi and divided by 3, right? Okay, that is the difference, isn't it? So the next one, 7 pi over 12 plus 2 pi over 3 is how much? 7 pi over 12 plus 2 pi over 3 is what? 8 pi over 12. Is it okay? 15 pi over 12. Is it okay? Let me see. 15 pi over 12. That's right. 15 pi over 12 plus I sine 15 pi over 12. Okay. Always we'll add this one, okay? So that's a K2 is what it is. Still 2 to the 1/6 cosine 15 pi plus 8 pi is what? 23 pi over 2, right? Plus I sine 23 pi over 12. In this case, we have to use, okay, our calculator. Okay. All right, now, okay, now let's finish, okay, using the calculator. Where is my calculator? Where is Okay, we have a calculator. Can you see the calculator over here? Oh, you can see calculator. All right, 2 to the what? 1 6. Okay, so 2 to the what? 1 6. So 1 over 6. That's it. Okay. Plus parentheses. Cosine 7 pi over 12. Let me check. This is cosine theory. Okay. Cosine 7 pi 7 pi over 12 plus oops, what is I? Where is I? Okay, we need okay, anyway, I'm gonna find okay, this is real number first. Okay, real number first. Over here, okay. Real number first. This is delete. Okay, enter. Negative 0.29. Okay, actually this one is 7 pi. We touch finish this. Okay. This one equals where is it? Negative 0.29. This is a negative 0.29. Okay, now take a look. Imaginary. Okay, imaginary is still what? 2 to the what? 1 6. 1 over 6. And times what is it? Sine 7 pi over 2, right? Sine, okay, 7 pi over 12, not 2, 12. That's correct, okay? This is the imaginary number, how much? 1.18. This is equal to what? 1.08. It's okay? You have to calculate this one. The next one is 15 pi. Real number. 2 to the what? 1 6 again. 2 to the what? 1 6 again. 1 over 6 power. And times cosine 15 pi over 12. Okay, so cosine 15 pi over 12 plus this is real part. What is I did this is not 16, 1 over 6. Sorry about that. 2 times, okay. Oh my god. 1 over 6. Is it okay? That's the correct one. Now times cosine 15 pi over 12. We need to process. So negative 0.79. Okay, this is what? Negative 0.79. Now 2 to the what? 1 over 6 again. Now we multiply sine, okay? That is imaginary part, okay? Sine 15 pi, 15 times pi over here, and divided by 12. How much? Okay, there, negative 7.7. That's the second one, okay? Now I'm gonna finish this one, last one, okay? 2 to the what? 1 6 and times cosine 23 pi 23 and pi over 12. That's it. 1.08. Now take a look imaginary part. Still 70 people. 1 over 6 power, and the sine, where is the sine? This sine 23 pi, 23 and pi over 12. Minus 2.9, minus 0.29i. Okay, we have this one. All right, that's the way we can find answer. Okay, this is a lot of work because the angle is not special. Okay, the angle is not special. Okay, which one we're gonna try? Cube root. Okay, 3 root. Maybe you can last one. We can try this one. Okay. I'm gonna try the one. Okay, we didn't do this type of number one. Take a look. This number we're gonna try this one, number one. Okay. Oh, this is already polar form. It's okay. It's already polar form. Okay. Pip's root is whenever g to the pip's power, it's gonna be equal to what 32 and cosine 5 pi. I'm gonna use what general form. Okay, because we need to go in general angle. General angle. What is it? 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k, right? And plus I sine 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. That's it. All right. Okay, now 1 pips, or the 1 pips. Okay, now the root is what it is. gk can be obtained what? 32 1 pips is what? 2, isn't it? Okay. So inside what is that? Cosine 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k divided by 5, okay? Divided by 5 plus I sine 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k and over 5. That's it. Okay? Now we're gonna go right when k equals 0. G to 0, first root is how much? 2 times cosine. This is 0. 5 pi over 6 divided by 5 is pi over 6, right? Plus I sine pi over 6. That's the first angle. So starting angle is 30 degrees, pi over 6. Okay, starting angle is what? 30 degrees. Pi over 6 equals 30 degrees. What is the next angle? What next angle? The total is pips. 360 divided by 5 is what? 72 degree difference. Okay, second angle is how much? You can use it. I'm going to use degree. 72, 30 is how much? 102 degree. Third one is what? 72 again, 174 degree. Fourth one is about 72 again, 250, 246, right? 246. Fifth one is 72 again, 72 again, 318, isn't it? Oh, 672, what happened? 70 to 30 degree, okay? This is what? 390 is what? 30 degree, isn't it? Coterminal angle, okay? That's all. If you know this degree, just write down the angle. Okay, second is how much? G1 equals what? 2 is the cosine 102 degree, okay? 102 plus I sine 102. We have to use a calculator, okay? 102. Third one, G2 is what? 2 cosine 174 plus I sine 174. Last fourth one is what? 2 cosine 246. I sine 246. And last one is how much? 2 cosine 318, I sine 318 degree. You have to use a calculator, right, to find all this phi. That's all, okay? Yeah, that's all. We are finished. Okay, so I'm gonna write up finish this. Okay, nth root. Okay, on the overweight complex number. Okay, next week, we have one more last section. We're gonna a little bit about factors. Okay, so just outline. Okay, not in detail. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll give you one homework. Okay, try this one. One homework. Take a look. Number 2. Try this one homework. And number 4. We have 2 homework. Okay, 2 questions. Number 2 and 4. Okay, can you remember? Okay. So if you need this class note, okay, I can send out. And also, the class video will be on YouTube, right? After a few hours later. Okay. I'm going to send out the link. If you need the video, you can take a look. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So I'll show you next time. Okay. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you.